Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial. If you've always wanted to try baking French Madeleine, but you're not a professional baker, you're just a beginner or home baker, then this video has been made for you. You don't need any fancy equipment or advanced skills. I'm very excited to share it with you today. Quick bit of history before we bake. In 18th century northern France, a young maid baked these cakes for an exiled Polish king, who loved them so much that he named them after her. You guessed it, her name was Madeleine. These little treats have delighted people for centuries and even appear in French literature. Madeleine are known for their classic shell shape, buttery flavor with the zest of orange. But I will show you today you can have many different versions and they will always be lovely, perfect for tea, coffee, as a snack or dessert. Enough talking now, ready to make your own? Let's get started. The first thing I did today is preparing all the ingredients. You can see on the left hand side, this is all we will need today, and the utensils on the right hand side. That's all you will need today. When it comes to quantity and the full recipe, you can also check the video description and I will share it all with you guys. First thing you need to do, crack some eggs into your bowl. So you need to crack 3 eggs, basic cage-free eggs into your bowl, and then you will add the sugar on top, 150 grams of sugar. When it comes to the sugar, I like caster sugar rather than standard sugar because it's a bit thinner and I think it's a bit easier to mix it all together. The mixture will be a bit smoother. What's important is as soon as you put the sugar, you need to start using your whisk, just whisking, because otherwise the sugar will just cook the eggs. So you don't want that to happen. So don't let it sit for too long. As soon as it's there, start mixing. This is a bit of a manual job that you can see on the video, but you can also use a robot mixer. It will do the job the same way. Here we are not trying to get the mixture to rise. We are just trying to change the color. So you can see it's changing from bright orange to a paler orange, white-ish, and this is all what we are doing here. I've sped up the video a tiny bit, but it should take a few minutes if you are doing it by hand. And that's it. First step done. Now it's time to pick your flavor. So today I'm going for the orange flavor, maybe one of the most traditional one. I will use some orange blossom water, but you can also use some orange zest if you don't have any. Alternatively, you can also go for some lemon flavor with some lemon zest or use cacao powder if you want some chocolate Madeleine, and I could keep going with vanilla instead and so on. So here I just added 2 tablespoons of orange blossom water. I'm mixing it with the mixture. After that, I will add most of the milk. So just some full cream milk, 40 grams of it. I will add it to the mixture and I will mix it gently. So that's it, step 3 done. Now it's time to add the flour. So here just some plain flour, 200 grams of it. And here please be very careful. After you added the flour, you need to be very gentle when it comes to whisking, because you don't want to inject some air into the mixture and create some bubbles. The problem if you do that is you will end up with some Madeleine with some holes in it. So once the flour goes in, just be very gentle when it comes to whisking. After that, you can sprinkle the baking powder on top, about 8 grams. And once again, when you are mixing it, be very gentle. It just needs to be homogeneous, but once it's done, that's it. Step 4 is now done. So the last thing you need to do for the mixture is add the melted butter, about 100 grams of non-salted butter. Here you can see I melted it before I started recording the video, so it's a bit hard. It's okay as long as when you whisk it, you are still being gentle, because once again, we don't want those bubbles in the mixture. After that, the last thing you need to do is add the remaining milk. So there should be about 10 grams of milk left. You can add it to the mixture and mix it one last time. At the end, you should have this smooth mixture, quite homogeneous and without bubbles, and that's perfect. You've just done most of the job. You can leave it on the side, let it sit for something like 15 minutes. Now we have this beautiful mixture ready to go. We just need to prepare our trays and we will come back to it in a few minutes. So here I will be using some shell-shaped trays today. It doesn't matter if you have some similar to mine or silicone ones, or even if you have other shapes, it doesn't make a big difference really. They could be trays that you are using for your muffins, for your cupcakes. At the end of the day, the shape might be different, but the taste will be exactly the same. I think the good thing with those trays is that you will get the wow factor. People will be wondering how you manage to achieve such a good shape. But if you don't have them, no pressure. You can get them from your local kitchen store online. If you don't want to, it's fine. They're gonna taste exactly the same. What you need to do here is just butter the molds. You have different ways to do that. You can use some sprays, some butter, the old way, getting your hands dirty like I am at the moment. It doesn't really matter. At the end, just be generous here because you don't want your Madeleine to stick to the mold. Otherwise, it would be very messy and you don't want to destroy them when you try to take them off. And that's it. Once this is done, the only thing you need to do is add the mixture into the trays. What's important here, you need to add some, but not all the way to the top. Because please keep in mind, the Madeleine will rise. So you might have some massive Madeleine, which is fine, but it doesn't have to be. They will expand naturally. You added some baking powder into it. If you added more than the quantities I recommended, that might even expand a bit more, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be full. Just go halfway or at least not all the way to the top. And that's it. Repeat the process, fill all the trays, and that's basically your Madeleine ready to go to the oven. I'm not very patient, and here I wanted to keep the format short for this video. So what you can also do is let them sit in the tray. If you're a bit more patient, just leave them on the side for 15 minutes and you can stick them in. I have a very good oven at home, so I tend to turn my oven just before I start preparing the trays. If you have a slow oven, maybe you can start it a bit earlier, but for me, just a few minutes usually is fine. When it's hot, that's when you can stick your trays in. You need to bake at 200 degrees Celsius for the first 5 minutes. And you will see this is when your Madeleine will rise. I added a small video clip to show you that. Then after 5 minutes, they should have their final shape. This is when you need to lower the temperature down to 180 degrees Celsius. Then you need to bake for another 5 minutes. I personally like to wait till they are this nice gold color all around and the top remains a bit pale, a bit white. Then I know it's ready. If you like them softer, maybe you don't need to wait for that long. Or the other way around, if you like them a bit harder, you can wait till they are fully gold. Anyway, the last bit, you can leave it for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You just need to look at the color, and when they are as per the video, then I just like to take them out. And that's it. You're ready to go. You can remove them, just watch your fingers. You can use a spatula to get them out of the mold, and it will be easier not to damage them if you are trying to remove them. You've just been baking some Madeleine. Now you can just present those as you wish. No need to keep them in the fridge. You can store them in a box outside of the fridge and just enjoy them with a tea, some coffee, or a snack. Hope you enjoyed the video, the tutorials. Please let me know if you liked it, and you can subscribe if you want more of those. Thanks guys, and have a good time.